after a very short 2 months, part 2 is finally here, and I'm gonna start on a bit of a sad note. I dropped my phone like an idiot, and I lost a lot of history to November to December, but I remember some of it, so you're gonna have to go off of that. And I'm sorry if it was missed out, because I know a few things, or quite a lot of things, that could happen there, but you're gonna have to make do with what you have. So enjoy part 2. DualShock leaks cores of his faction base, joins another faction, leaks their cores, joins another, and leaks their cores, making him to get pressured to leave the server. Slav then makes a bunch of failed plans, which makes him leave the server. A fairly unknown player called Botsar makes the anti-spawn movement, basically him just trying to respawn. Botsar's wish comes true, because exactly 2 days later, when I was off the realm, the whole spawn gets griefed, and I was away, so I couldn't even put the server back, because players made a lot of progress. Taurus loses his crown due to inactivity, causing Hydra to be the next king due to a random draw. The Slaughter of the 10th is where the Destruct, one of the richest players at the time, goes round to 6 different factions base and wipes them all out. A very bad start to the new era. Ollie tries blowing up his own teammates to get the crown. Destruct sets up probably the worst spawn trap yet, completely locking in new players, as it will take them 6 minutes to actually get out, using their hand. Ollie sets off a nuke, killing Destruct in the process. After Ollie kills Destruct, he teams up with a bunch of people to make the Black Sun. This is a thing I like to call the chase of Slav's grave, because it was a chase between Destruct and Ollie at where Slav died. And you can see, Riga goes in, breaks the plane, causing Ollie to fall to his death. Destruct's base gets blown up, causing an absolutely massive power vacuum to occur. Sam, or Seven, a player from MS who I was teamed with, starts building his mega base. A random wave of new players join the server. It was very strange. The dungeon room Trap Tundra gets made, causing players to instantly try and navigate their way around it, finding what are actually traps and what aren't. Court Scum is made by a few of Fuzzball. Ollie kills Hydra, but then instantly gives the crown to his mate Alex. Scythe Peely, an upcoming player, raids Ollie J 2007 for payback. Straight after this, the Order of the Black Sun, Ollie's team, gets raided by Destruct, the second time they got raided in 2 days. The full power of the Jade Beetle is shown. A fairly new player called King Creeper does something I don't think anyone has ever done before. He gets dynamite and blows up a Hydra. This gets him the nickname King of Dynamite or Dynamite Hydra. The third spawn massacre, and by far the worst one, happens. Destruct and Scythe were his team, but Scythe betrays him, causing him to raid his loot, which then gets cleaned by one epic duck. Ollie takes the crown back off of Alex. Sean gets jumped by Destruct and Ghostwolf, causing him to fight for his life. This is a big story. Destruct goes into the Trap Tundra and dies. Unlawful Spoon then gets his loot. He dies by a trap, so then his loot is missing. Scythe wants to get the loot for himself so no one else can have power armor, then he dies from a trap, causing a full set of power armor and Destruct's loot to be at the Trap Tundra. This then causes Spoon, Smiley and Ghostwolf to all have the power armor, but then it goes back to Scythe's hand. Destruct wipes the team's base out, which was right next to spawn. A bit later on in the day, Destruct went to see his old base, which he made with User, just to find a faction is living there. So he kills them all and blows it up. One duck gets the first ever god armor. Ollie decides that he doesn't want to be under constant stress of having to keep your crown safe when you are king. So he gives the crown to someone who really wanted it. He gives it to Destruct. Destruct loses the crown after only 1 hour due to a trade that went wrong in his part. He traded the king's crown for one set of power armor, which he then got scammed for, making Botsart the king of the server. He shares his power with King 7 and King Duck. Anyways, thank you all for watching SKF Timeline Part 2. If you want to make it into these videos and maybe start some, timeline stuff, maybe be cool, join the server and you try it out. See how you do. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.